baby. Hello and welcome back to another beautiful episode of The Man Behind the Mic. Today is episode 7, and I'm excited about this one right here because today we're gonna take you out on a little bit of a walk, a little nature walk. It is the first day officially of fall here in New England, and I am extremely excited about it. Let's see if we can go capture some dope foliage and just have a day. It's beautiful out. The sun is shining. It's like mid to high 60s, should peak into the 70s while we're out there walking. So that being said, sit back, relax, grab a drink and a snack, and enjoy the vlog. As a matter of fact, let's go. Whew. All right, guys, we have officially made it to our destination. I'm about to show you the big reveal here. Absolutely incredible. Get ready for it. It is phenomenal. Here we are at Massabesic Lake in Auburn, New Hampshire. Absolutely incredible. I'm sure you guys can see the boats out there in the distance. A lot of sailboats in here. The views are incredible, especially this time of season. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it is the first day officially of fall in New England. So get ready because some of the content I'm bringing you guys is going to be absolutely breathtaking. Everything is still moderately green here, but it's only going to get better as the time goes on. So get ready for that. But now it's time to take you guys on a little bit of a walk through the trail. So let's have a little walk and talk. Now, the cool thing about Lake Massabesic in Auburn, New Hampshire that I've found personally is the views, the scenery is amazing. Not just when the foliage hits, but even in the heart of the winter, really just any time of year. And I love it because I've been all over the US, and the place that I love second to New England is Washington State, where I just recently was and filmed a great video that I put out on my social media. If you guys want to go check it out, you can. Also, fun fact, you are not allowed to swim in this body of water here. I found out you're not allowed to swim, you're not allowed to paddleboard or do any of those things. So if that's what you're coming here to do, highly don't recommend. You will get in trouble if there is a park ranger or someone around. But I am unfamiliar with a lot of the trails here, to be honest. So I'm just gonna start walking and see what happens. But as we go along our journey, I'll have to stop off. I don't know if you can see that too well behind me, but water lines this whole trail. And the cool thing about coming here is as you're driving to this destination, it gets beautiful. It gets real beautiful as you're driving to this destination. No matter if you're coming from Route 28 from Salem, New Hampshire, or Methuen, Massachusetts, or you're coming the other way from Chester, New Hampshire into Auburn, New Hampshire. I've traveled the road many times, and no matter which way you go, it's like you see a little glimpse of the leaves and the trees changing, and then you get a little bit more excited. Your interest starts to peak a little bit more. It gets just better and better. It's so dope. But I'm not really much of a hiker, to be completely honest with you, but I do enjoy going on walks in these little trails that have little peel-off stations. And if you want to go, I think, up a little higher, you definitely can. I remember back in the day, oh man, flashback moment. I remember back in the day coming here with a gang of people, burning L's through the trail, just up to no good. And we went up this one trail that I can't remember for the life of me where it is, and ended up going and overlooking the water. It was so sick. So if I find that trail, I have to take you up there. But another thing we're gonna be doing here, when we get a little deeper into October, oh, look at this. You gotta see this. Look at that. I mean, just a look at that, man. No, like, you know, it's just crazy. Like, it's just so crazy, man. I feel, what do we got right here? U.S. Geological survey. This is so fire. Such a gorgeous day. I don't know if you guys can hear some church bells in the background, but absolutely insane. Just what a way to spend the day, man. What a way to spend the day. Like I was saying, as we dive a little bit deeper into October, when the foliage really starts to change, I'm gonna take you guys up north to a place beyond Concord, which is the state capital for New Hampshire. And we're gonna go to this observation tower, and it's so amazing. I've been up there once before for a wedding. Shout out to Aunt and Raven, an incredible wedding. And there was so much beauty up there. And they have this huge observation tower that you can climb up. And when you get to the top, when you just look out anywhere, it's like you can turn anywhere and it's just gorgeous. It's just like, wow, this is wild. Because I think, like, you know, one of the things for me, maybe you're the same way, is every now and again, just life can feel a little bit heavy. And we always try to get away from it, right? Like work gets busy, it gets stressful. You don't really take too many days off. You don't want to miss work because even though you got PTO, you still feel as if you're looked down upon for taking time for yourself. It's just crazy how life works. And one thing that helps lighten the heaviness for me, 100%, is traveling. But I notice, like, when you travel, all of a sudden, towards the end of the trip comes, you start thinking, oh man, I'm not ready. I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go. I don't want to do all this. You start having stress about the week of your return when you still got like a couple days left in the place that you vacation to. And I made a podcast episode years ago, and it was called PTVD, Post-Traumatic Vacation Disorder. And it was such a real thing. But what I noticed is a lot of us are, me being one of them too, for a while, we're always looking to escape where we are, where we're from, and we forget just how much beauty is around us in the place that we live. Like, I, for one, am so grateful and so blessed to live in New England, you know? Everywhere. New England is gorgeous, man. Whether you're in certain places in Massachusetts, great city life, then there's also a lot of great things like this, you know, a lot of great trails. Like, look at us just submerged in the Woodingtons, you know what I'm saying? Vermont, Maine, Rhode Island, you know what I mean? Connecticut, you know what I mean? But I'm just throwing shade because it still feels like summer. But anyways, I noticed that sometimes we get so caught up in life and where we are and the struggles, hustle and bustle and stresses that we kind of lose focus on the beauty of, like, where we're from. And I had this thought a while back that was, somebody is traveling to your, like, where you live, to your state, and they're looking at it as a vacation. You're living in somebody's vacation destination. Like, let that sink in. I think sometimes, like, when you take a step back and look at something from a different vantage point or a different perspective, you start to see different things. And you can almost kind of like falling back in love with yourself if you fell out of love with yourself a little bit. It's really cool because you can, you know, fall in love with the place that you live in again. Like, you can go and capitalize on the beauty. Like, check this out. Again, just places like this, you know, if you're always in the city, get out of the city. You know, there's more to life than sitting behind the screen all day and doing kind of like mundane tasks that we make ourselves feel as if we need to do or the world's gonna end. It's like, nah, dog. World's not gonna end if you take a day off. World's not gonna end if you take a mental health day. You go out here like we're doing today, just doing a nice little nature walk. Nothing crazy. You ain't gotta be out here for 4 hours. But I mean, when you get in touch with nature, it just brings a different side of the world out. Look at this. I think someone left these flowers here, which are absolutely beautiful. I just love, 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 love. And that's kind of the thing when, for me anyways, just one of those things in life where it's so short. You never know when it's gonna end. We don't know what's gonna happen. At any given moment could be our last. So while you're here, be here. You know what I mean? While you're here, be here. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I know it's daytime. I've seen a lot of scary movies in my day. There's a trail, it's looking pretty dark up there. And though I am a beast of a man, I'm gonna turn back around and I'm gonna get to a little bit more of a main trail, because you know what I'm saying. But anyways, so that's just kind of how I feel. And lately, I feel like, life, it's been trying to show me signs. But just like walking a trail in life you've never seen or been down, there's so many paths, and you always wonder which one is the right one. And I think that when we always look at life through that lens, like which one is the right one, we kind of get in our own way and life's way of working out for us and giving us the right one. It's funny how human beings that had no say in being here think we have a say in controlling life and how everything should go and will go. But when you just continue to live and exist, you start to realize just how fragile life can be and how much control you really don't have. And if you have this playfulness about you, from kind of how I feel and what I've noticed, a playfulness with life can make all the difference. Your willingness to have that imagination, your willingness to dream, your willingness to just kind of, branch away from the past. Not that it doesn't exist, but I think sometimes we get so caught up in where we were that we lose track on where we are. And that can be a slippery slope, just kind of like this. Looks like we've hit our our end on this trail. We're gonna turn back around here. But man, life is one of those things, right? Oh, hold on, my camera's getting away from me right here. All right, here we back. So yeah, and for me anyways, I think we all need like something healthy to do, right? We all need a release. We all need to be able to just kind of wake up one day and be like, you know what? I'm taking some me time. The world can wait, depending on what you do for a job anyways. But I mean, dog, even that being said, like life is just, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And who's to say, maybe in that day off, maybe in that thing you go and get away from leads you down a path like I'm on, that's gonna lead to somewhere new. And that's really cool. It's really exciting if you let it be anyways. I know it can be a little bit scary. I know that at times life can try to persuade you and make you feel like you're off course. But if you keep walking and exploring long enough, you're gonna find the road that leads to where you wanna go. Just like we found a road right here, which I'm gonna show you. There it is. Out of the woods a little bit and on the road. And just like anything in life, you can turn left, you can turn right, but whatever you do, have faith that it's gonna work out. Woo! What a beautiful day. But beyond all the life talk, I feel like I just needed a moment to take a moment, share all that with you guys. So thanks so much for your time. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it tremendously. And like I said, I'm going to be showing you a lot more of where I'm from and some really great foliage to come. Absolutely incredible. It's going to be amazing. So hope you guys are ready for the ride. I'm not necessarily a travel vlogger type guy, but then again, maybe it's a turn for the better. And I'm going to embrace it because I love shooting videos of all kind, not just motivation. And I think recently I felt like I wrapped myself up in this world of like, you got to make motivational videos. That's what you love. That's what you got to do all the time. And I was like thinking the other day, man, the Matty Mo Show YouTube channel started off as just a channel for my podcast. You can go all the way back to the first video where I interviewed a dominatrix by the name of Liv Hyde, which was absolutely wild. I got spanked on camera, which was crazy. Yeah, you can go watch that if you want, but it was a very long time ago, or I say that, but I mean, it really has been. I think 2018 was the first video made on the Matty Mo Show. But yeah, and then from there, it was just, If you've been along with me on this journey, then you know. But if you haven't, you can always go check out more. Look at this. Look at this view right here. Absolutely amazing. Like I was saying, it started off as something completely different than what it's turned into. And though I love making motivational videos, I feel like I've been searching for the thing that's gonna really blow, really gonna put me on, in a sense. And then that gets away from what I originally started the Matty Mo Show to do, which was just creating incredible entertainment, or as I always say, entertainment, that gives people, I don't know, time to drift away from their day-to-day life, gives people the time to get away from, the craziness. Yeah, I'm just like anyone else, just trying to figure out my way in the world, and I know what I love, and I have an idea of what I want to do, but you always kind of get caught up, like, what do I do? How do I do it? And all these other things. And if you feel the same way, feel free to comment below. Because, man, I'll tell you, I think a lot of us are afraid to open up like this and be so vulnerable, because I think people associate vulnerability with weakness. And I came across a video on Matty's Motivation, which is a page I started many years ago on Facebook to just kind of flood timelines with positivity, because I got so disgusted with seeing so much negativity. And I stumbled upon a video from 2017, and I remember it from like yesterday. I was in such an emotional state and feeling lost, and when I get in those ways, I usually, after I have my time, just kind of air it out in a healthy way, because I know if I'm feeling a certain type of way, that other people may be feeling a certain type of way, or something similar. And I just want to let everyone know that you're not alone. And taking walks like this, going out into nature, getting away from what you always do, will make room for new things to come into your life. And I think when you stop searching for that thing, whatever that thing is to you, a lot of people's purpose or passion or whatever it is, I think that's when you start to attract it. When you stop chasing, you start attracting. And I think chasing is an expression of control, like I talked about earlier in the trail, where we think we have all this control when really we don't. Like every breath is a miracle. The fact that you've been watching this video and haven't thought about taking one conscious breath, but you've been breathing the whole time, it really is just one little thing, one minute idea, one minute thing. Now you're probably focused on taking a breath, but it's just kind of funny how the human psyche works and how much we really don't know. So I think that above everything, without me ranting for like an hour and a half or just about life, is get back in touch with you. Get back in touch with the person you are deep down. Give yourself a break. Stop trying to control so many things, and just soak up the beauty of where you are. And that's this moment. That's all you could ever be. So do your best, because at the end of the day, if you're doing your best, you got no need to stress, because stress doesn't make anything better. It only makes things worse. And I think that's a really great way to end this video, in a sense. So we're gonna hike back on the trail and keep it on for a minute, but I just want to say again, thank you to each and every one of you coming on by, enjoying this video. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy this vlog style content, because I'm gonna keep doing it regardless. I just really am genuinely curious on if you guys enjoy it as much as I do. And if you have any recommendations, or you have seen things online, if you're not from New England, that you would like to see through the lens, through the screen, let me know. I'd be more than happy to travel anywhere in New England, and maybe even just outside of New England, to bring you guys some really cool content, blended with some cool messages, not just motivation, but just life. You know what I mean? Just real life stuff. So we're gonna just do that, because I think that's the best thing for me right now. And if you do what you feel is best for you, you can't go wrong. So that being said, take this moment to stop, to breathe, and to just be. Because I think a lot of times we don't do that. And the coolest thing about being confused, or feeling like you're confused, is that confusion is the brother or the sister to clarity. And without confusion, you would never know clarity exists. So maybe this message fell in your lap today, Maybe it's your first time ever coming to the channel. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to have you here. I created this community. It's called the Pacemakers Community. Negativity's immunity, always shining a bright light in a dark life and mind like Illumity. So if you enjoy your time here, you know what to do. And thank you so much again. This has been The Man Behind the Mic, episode 7. And it's been an honor to have you here. So thank you so much. I'm going to continue on with this walk, maybe go get some lunch. But either way, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for your time. As always, my name is Matty Pace, saying one life, one love. I'm out, baby. Let's go.